Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I'm feeling so good. Listen, I'm enjoying watching my football club, Arsenal FC, top of the league right now. I know, don't get carried away, it's only 3 games, but Arsenal fans, ain't you enjoying watching what you're seeing at the moment? A young, hungry team that is doing the sort of stuff that we've wanted to see for years. A team that's just playing scintillating football. What a performance yesterday. 3-0 winners over Bournemouth. And again, the guys that really made their headlines, apart from Martin Odegaard, who, by the way, that was another astute signing by Mikel Arteta. But the guys who made the headlines, again, were the brand new signings. Zinchenko, brilliant yesterday. In everything he did, he was just so full of quality in everything he did. Great performance by him. William Saliba, now I keep saying new signing, he's not, but he feels like a brand new signing. He's fresh, he's hungry, he's been brilliant. Another excellent performance by him and a great goal, and all led by this guy, Gabriel Jesus. What a player. He had a goal disallowed in the game. It's so unfortunate because he deserved to get a goal out of that game. His strength, his power, his skill, everything about this kid is just unbelievable. And he's still only 25. And I think I said it on yesterday's show. When you see some of the money that is being spent on some of the players this summer, and I think I highlighted yesterday Morgan Gibbs-White of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who went to Nottingham Forest for £45 million. £45 million for Gabriel Jesus is an absolute steal, an absolute giveaway. And he's going to be a very big player for us this season. And it just goes to show, if you plan, something that we haven't done over the years. You know, in almost 10 years of doing Transfer Daily on this channel, this is the first time I can say that Arsenal have truly been prepared, truly planned, and had everything in place, more or less, for the start of a season, and it's showing. And all we got to do now is get the rest of our business done properly, and we could be having a really good season. Now, Mikel Arteta said after, he's speaking to Sky after, admitted that, you know, they're looking at a couple more signings, admitted that he's looking to bring in firepower. That was his words. He would like to bring in some more firepower. And I like that because we need some more firepower. He also admitted that, you know, Pepe, who was left out, well, listen, he didn't even need to admit. We know that Pepe is on his way out. Left out of the squad completely yesterday. Said to be away negotiating with Nice over a loan move. Now, we won't know the details of it until it's completed. Is it going to be just a straight loan, loaning him to Nice until the end of the season, or will it be a loan with an option for them to buy him? Certainly, when he was in French football at Lille, he was tearing the place up. This could rejuvenate him. He's a quality player. It just does not work for him at Arsenal. He just does not fit into the Mikel Arteta way of playing, the system. Maybe just not. His style of play doesn't suit the Premier League, but it does look like he's on his way out. I did see a rumour that Sevilla were also interested in Pepe as well, but it does look like he's going to end up at Nice. Another player left out completely out of his, not left out of his first team, should I say, was Yuri Tielemans yesterday. Really interesting, this one. He was left out of the Leicester lineup. Now, they actually went on to lose that game, 2-1 at home to Southampton. It's been a woeful start for Leicester. Yet again, another game where they were leading and then they, end up losing the game. He did come on a second half substitute, but there was the 2 players in question that are really under threat from clubs, Yuri Tielemans and Wesley Fofana, left out. Brendan Rodgers saying before the game that, this is because they're not quite in the right frame of mind. And also there was a system change. Whether he was talking about Tielemans in the right frame of mind or system change, but Tielemans is normally a fixture in this team. For him to be left out, for me, was quite significant. Now, Are Arsenal playing, and Edu playing, an absolute masterclass here? This could go either of two ways. Either they're not really interested and, this windows is going to close and they're just not going to get Tielemans, or they're working a masterclass here, because right now Leicester have got serious problems. They played 3 games. They've only got 1 point. Their first game at home, they drew with Brentford. They're winning at 2-0. They lost to us quite comprehensively, and then yesterday threw away another lead to lose at home to Southampton, a game that their fans would have expected them to win. Brendan Rodgers is under a lot of pressure. Only one new signing. The fans are screaming for signings. Listen, I know where you Leicester fans are coming from, because this is normally us year in, year out. But they're screaming for new signings, and the only way he's probably going to get these new signings is by selling, right? Fofana could go, but also, Tielemans, if he is going to go, will probably go for a cheaper price than what they first anticipated at the start of the window, which is, even though he had 1 year left on his contract, they were talking about they want about £35 million for him. By playing this sort of waiting game, Arsenal might be driving the price right down before they make their move for Youri Tielemans. Really interesting how this is going to play out. A lot of brinkmanship going on, but if we do get him, I would think it'd be at a much reduced price of what Leicester originally wanted, and then you would have to say that Edu really pulled off a masterclass. But a big hint yesterday that Tielemans could be on his way out, and Arsenal still said to be the favourites to sign him. Now, we're linked heavily with this guy today, Mkhitaryan. I hope I pronounced that right, probably not. He's Ukrainian. He plays for Shakhtar Donetsk, and he's a very, very talented player. Described in the Ukraine as the Ukrainian Neymar. Love that. I love the way they just give these guys these labels. 21, as I still said, very young. Can play on both flanks, so he can play right or left. A really dynamic, attacking, wide player. Still quite new to the game. He's made 26 appearances only for Shakhtar, scoring 2 goals. Now, in January, Brentford tried to sign Mudryk, but they were unsuccessful with that. He's said to be valued around £8.1 million. Brentford tried to sign him. Brentford said to be still interested in him. Arsenal said to be showing a lot of interest in him as well. And of course, with the Zinchenko links now, we do have a Ukrainian in the team. So if he did come, that would aid him in settling down, especially an experienced player like Zinchenko. So let's keep our eyes on this one. This one's come completely out of the blue. This has been reported today by Media Foot that Arsenal are interested in him. I have to admit, I don't really know anything about him. As a matter of fact, it's the sort of first I've heard of him, but said to be doing big things over there in the Ukraine. The Ukrainian Neymar. Love that name. Yeremy Pino's still being linked. Again, fits the profile perfectly. 19. We know all about him. It could be interesting to see what happens with him today. They've got a big game, Villarreal, today against Atletico Madrid. Will he be left out of the lineup, or will he be starting? That sort of can be a little bit of an indicator with certain players now as to whether they're staying or going, because if they're left out and they're a very important player, that starts to signal to you that maybe the club's protecting the player because they don't want the player to get injured with the possibility of a big transfer coming up. So be interesting to see if Yeremy Pino starts that, but certainly Arsenal still said to be very, very interested in him. And again, when I say about players being left out and how it indicates things, there was no Hector Bellerin again, not even in the squad of Arsenal. Still looks to be trying to get a move out. There was talk yesterday that he was speaking with Barcelona and is now really sold on that move, would like to go to Barcelona. They're definitely moving on Serginho Dest, and they're definitely looking for a right back, and might be able to get Bellerin on the real cheap. And we know at the moment, despite the fact that Barcelona have been buying some big players this summer, we know that for a fact that they're very, very short on money. And another player that was left completely out of the squad yesterday was Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And again, still these rumours are linking him with a move to West Ham, Nottingham Forest, a whole host of clubs out there But again, the fact that he was left out of the squad completely, I think, indicates that Ainsley is definitely not going to figure and is going to be on his way out. So listen, we're starting to close in now. At the end of the transfer window, 1st of September, that is when the transfer window shuts. What firepower will Mikel Arteta bring in? And also, will it be Tielemans coming in midfield? It's going to be really, really interesting to see. But we'll keep you up to date with all of it here on AFTV. If you want to not miss nothing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the link in the description. But thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.